Yeah, so I grew up on a family farm just north of Ballarat, a little place called Torello. Raised as fifth generation, one of 7 children, a good Irish family, as it were. My father has spent his lifetime with mixed farming. My mother was a city girl who moved to the country. So I've had an interesting upbringing, not always easy or straightforward, but I enjoyed the freedom that the farm offered and the life lessons that it taught me and the responsibilities that it gave me at a young age too. Farming and agriculture has always excited me and been a big part of my life. Studied in Ballarat and attended Ag Science in Melbourne University, a 4-year degree there. Was fortunate enough to have a scholarship, spent some time with the Department of Agriculture, spent some time at the Birchip Cropping Group, leading their applied research and extension function, and moved into private consulting in farm business management and agronomy, and had 5 wonderful years there dealing with 100 family farm businesses.
My background in horticulture in Australia goes back actually before me to my grandfather and father, but that was predominantly in retail. And when we all came together in the early 60s, we since then moved through into wholesaling, and in the last 2 decades into growing and production. So in this time we've become the Costa Group, which is now a listed entity, has now become a significant grower of many products like mushrooms, citrus, berries, bananas, grapes, and a number of products. So we're very heavily invested into growing in horticultural sphere. The family business growing to a size where it was listed and is now, of course, a public entity, that then left me sort of looking at what was the next opportunity in horticulture in Australia. And on speaking with Liam Lenigan as to what the opportunities were in redeveloping underutilised farmland in Australia, it became very obvious that where the need for further development in horticulture was very apparent to me with my background, and to match this up with what Liam was able to do in acquiring and sourcing really good, arable land that could be converted from lower value crops such as dry farming into high value horticultural products. It was just like a marriage made in heaven as far as bringing the opportunity together.
Along the way, I had continually recognised the presence of underutilised and undercapitalised assets, and I guess that was a source of frustration for me. I thought there's some wonderful opportunities going begging. I'd heard, continually about the hardships of agriculture, and they certainly exist, but I felt for people to criticise without putting their best foot forward and utilising the resources and skills available to them, that wasn't necessarily a great position to take. So I guess I've challenged myself to do something different and not be one of the whingers, be part of presenting a solution. And so goFARM was founded by myself 7 years ago.
When you look in the rural community in Australia, where goFARM puts a major project together, we see, without being brash about it all, but as a matter of course, It brings a whole different flavour to the community. It transforms it in many ways, in the sense that it brings a whole new lease of, new term of permanent employment, but also creates a lot of work for all of the trades in the areas, the electricians, the plumbers, etc., all of the supply lines, food supply lines, produce supply lines. It basically just re-energises a community. Because remember, most of the communities around which we work, they're small towns. So a project the size of a goFARM project can be really sizable.